Alright, hi, back with the Florida State Department of Agriculture rules and laws and rules for liquid petroleum gas inspection. Index to the Chapter 5J20 Florida Administration Codes we've covered before in different meetings, so different tapes, so we're not going to read it. We're going to skip through this. And it might be the rest of the book, and if it is, we'll just delete this tape. All right, and there's your subject index law rules and other Florida state law relating to liquid petroleum gas. 12060, the section for together in general and procedure the Safety Administration Regulator License Program. 166-231 allowed municipality to levy the tax purchase of the meter to the bottle of liquid petroleum gas provided with the tax exemption in agricultural usage. 206 define liquid petroleum an alternative fuel that provides annual decal lieu tax liquid petroleum motor fuel expanding liquid petroleum gas deficient pollutant under Department of Revenue. 212 defines the diesel fuel purpose of taxation motor fuel liquid petroleum gas. This defines Department of Revenue to accept the liquid petroleum gas certain agricultural application. 316-302 accept liquid petroleum gas transportation section required with liquid petroleum gas to comply with Title 49 Part 393 3969 provided for the promulgation of the Department of Insurance. 320 Mobile Home Construction Safety Standard. 376-20 Department of Environmental Regulation excludes liquid petroleum gas. Defines petroleum product excludes liquid petroleum gas from the definition of pollutant. 377 the energy source of the chapter liquid petroleum gas include the definition of gas used within the chapter designated with the propane butane hydrocarbons energy source. 489 construction industry license and liquid petroleum gas licensee requirements of chapter performing the scope of the license under chapter 527 of the defined liquid petroleum gas activities allowed certain contractors specified prohibited by others. 527 so liquid petroleum gas regulatory chapter regarding liquid petroleum gas outlines authority jurisdiction of gas inspection Department of Agricultural Consumer Services. 553 your manufacturer building standards cannot be confined with the Chapter 527 and inspections according with the 527 that must be performed at a point of manufacturing provision with the state minimum building code shall not conflict with the requirements of Chapter 527. Liquid petroleum gas exclude the definition of gas pipeline in the Chapter of Florida Energy Efficient Code of the building construction establishing minimum recovery effective efficiency standby laws. Water heaters fueled with natural or liquid petroleum gas. 556 or 102 excludes liquid petroleum gas lines being considered underground facilities with regard to this chapter. Alright, the following is for information purposes only. Information designed with the assistance guide in company for the safety requirements of the Florida laws. With some of the information from the containing the Florida laws must be complied with other parts recommended procedure with the guidelines to assist with the company's meeting with the responsibility of the Florida consumers. All in question with the concern of the information should direct to the Bureau of Compliance or the Bureau of Standards. Construction guidelines dispensing units. These guidelines are provided with the use of those persons and companies involved with the installation and relocation of liquid petroleum gas dispensing in Florida, and in addition or in clarification or requirements of the National Fire Protection Association 58 and Chapter 527, Florida State Statute Rule 5J20, Florida Administration Code. It's important all equipment shall be installed in accordance with the applicable rules and regulation National Fire Protection Association 58, 558, and Florida State Rules 527, and Chapter 5J20. Additional care shall be statute complied with local codes and restrictions. All equipment must be installed to operate intended the code in accordance with the manufacturer's specification. Dispensing unit protection fire extinguishers must be 50 feet over the dispenser recommended with the extinguisher with the cage during the day with the signs placed during the king the extinguisher located. Electrical system dispensing unit electrical system must be in compliance with the National Fire Protection Association 70, National Electric Code, and National Fire Protection Association 58. Weight and measure laws, Chapter 531, Florida State laws require that the containing information package over sale by the cylinders over the exchange of these requirements as follows. The identified provider must include the packaging requirements to meet the cylinders labeled in accordance with the National Fire Protection Association. Net quantity contacts and the term of the weight of the measure for the count within the measure must be container. If the company with the market cylinders offered to exchange for the contained 20 pounds of gas container cylinders 19.5 pounds, you're in violation of the law. Maximum allowable variance may not be lower than the amount of advertised. However, there may be over the amount of advertised because of safety hindrances associated overfilling with liquid petroleum gas. May companies address the issue of advertising 19 pounds gas rather than 20 20 pounds. Construction guidelines for bulk plants. Guidelines are provided by those persons involved in the installation of liquid petroleum gas bulk plants. In addition, with the clarification requirement of National Fiber Association 58, Chapter 527, Florida State Statute, and Rule 5J20, Florida Administration Codes. No newly installed container may not be put into cooperation until it has been inspected and approved by the Department. In addition, following the requirements shall apply. And this shows the information liquid petroleum gas licensing. Alright, US dot, requalification cylinders, and then, we should be just about done. The following exempt the Title 49 Code Federal Regulation regarding record-keeping requirements of person requalifying specification cylinders. 182.15 report record retention facility record of person requalified for the repair of the required cylinders must maintain the following records where the qualification is performed. The RIN issuance level of the RIN is expired. RIN renewal pending of the company renewal request. Copies of the notification associated Administrative Wire 107-805 of the current copies of those persons of the subchapter of Apple, the cylinder requalification marketing activities of the location certificate, current copies of the all exemption of the governing exempt cylinders of the requalified marketing qualified as location, information containing the Apple with the CGA, SCA, SCM standard incorporated with the reference for 171.7 in the subchapter applicable research for the activities. Information must be the same that contained the incorporated with the addition incorporated with the reference 171.7 in the subchapter. Requalification record to do the record of the visual inspection pressure test ultrasonic examination period of the examination applicable must meet with the maintained records perform the requalification until either the expiration requalification period of the cylinder is equipped again requalified whichever occurs for a single date may be used to each of the test sheet with the provided each of the test sheets shall be conducted for the day with the duty ditto marks solid vertical line may be used to indicate the repetition and proceeding of the entry of the following entries only date with the actual dimension manufacturer name and symbols. Owner's name of the symbol if present with the test operator of the blank space if they may not be used to indicate the repetition of the prior entry of the records must be included with the following information for the calibration test record. Each of the tests demonstrate for the calibration the serial number of the calibration cylinder calibration test of the total elastic and permanent expansion for the eligible identification test operator. The test operator must be able to demonstrate the result of the daily calibration verification of the corresponding hydrostatic test performed on the day of the daily verification of the calibration may be recorded with the same sheet as of the test record of that date. Pressure test and visual inspection record of the day with the requalification serial, the number of the data specification exemption, number of the marketing pressure, and actual dimension, market manufacturer's name of the symbol, the owner's name of the symbol, the present result of the visual inspection, the actual test pressure, total elastic permanent expansion of the permanent percent of the permanent expansion, disposition reason of the repeated test, the rejection condemnation of the legally identification of the test operator for each cylinder marked pursuant to the 173.302 A-B5 the subchapter of the test sheet must be to indicate the method of the average maximum wall stress most computed. Record must be kept with the complete with as well with the unsuccessful test, the entry with the second test and failure with the whole test pressure, but it must indicate the day of the earlier test. Wall stress calculation, average of maximum wall stress with the 173.302 AB3 with the subchapter is performed. Calibration certificate with the most recent certificate with the calibration must maintain the recent each cylinder. Information documents saying the training documents of every one of the employee with the dispensing propane performs any of the job function will fail with the scope of the National Fiber Association 58 with the liquid petroleum gas code. Note, not just the person who are qualified for the training must be refreshed for 3-year intervals. Initial refresher training must be documented on file license location. Florida law rules and all trainers records may be available to inspection upon request. Our information regulatory guidelines every 3 years. The 16 continuing education credits are required with the renewal method of qualifier qualifiers filed under the Category 1 liquefied petroleum gas dealers, Category 5 liquid petroleum gas installers, as well as qualifiers fall under the Liquid 2 petroleum gas dispensers. And it says for a resource and website, more information, your internet resources, and then hurricane preparedness. And that covers your Florida Department of Agricultural Liquid Petroleum Gas Laws and Rules Division Consumer Services, September 2019.